Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for Aharen-San, episode 11. It snowed, huh? And after this episode, I'm looking forward to the finale. Because, once again, it shows of the chemistry between Raidou and Aharen is just spot on perfect. How these two have developed over this whole entire series, this season, it's just spot on perfect, and we see more, especially more when they go on a date, because it clearly is a date when they go hanging out at the mall together, and we see more of Aharen, when she's getting more blushing up and getting more like frustratingly blushing because after the previous episode of she is the one, surprisingly, how she kissed Raidou, and afterwards, as in this episode, she's becoming more, embarrassed, and all that stuff, she's been blushing because, she's been, her feelings is for Raidou has been really strong. That's why she's getting, because especially when it's snowed and she's been making these igloos, right? And when her hands are freezing, Raidou is holding her hands, trying to warm her hands up, and she's like getting all embarrassingly frustrated because after what happened, she's just been her feelings for him is been coming out more and more. Especially her face pat, her facial expression, especially, and also what's good about it, that also the side characters of the two classmates who's been hanging out with our duo pretty recently, especially the girl that with her name is Sato. She's been kind of wondering, are these two going out, are they dating each other? Because also we see more of Aharen, she's been, holding hands, but she's been clinging to his arm more and more, though, right? Aharen's been clinging to Raidou's arm more and more. So Sato has been wondering, are they dating each other? So when they go out to eat, and Aharen stuffs is so full she falls asleep, and also, we get a little bit with Sato and the guy. I forget the guy's name though. But how they were childhood friends, and they kind of flirting with each other at the table before Raidou comes back, right? And then afterwards, Raidou has his more crazy assumptions, like particularly the first time saying that that is she mechanical? She's a cyborg, a robot, right? Or the other indication when they're going to the mall, right? And there's this tournament of this spinning blade tournament, right? Kind of like the anime show Beyblade, that type of thing. And he's assuming that she's this big old champion because she's running late, and thinking like, oh, maybe she can have sleep because she's practicing for her Beyblade tournament. Also called Beyblade because that's what it is, Beyblade. So she shows up all looking nice and pretty for him, and they're they're walking through the mall, and also speaking of, because up until this point, that even at school, Oshiro is nowhere to be seen. She's not stalking, she's not hiding like in the closet or in the floor or the floor panels or on the roof. She's been nowhere to see. They're wondering where she's at, But anyway, getting back to the Beyblade tournament, that even we see that Fubuta, the little girl that's been competing against Aharen, right? And she's even with the boy that she likes. I forget the boy's name too, but like the boy and Raidou participate in the Beyblade tournament, and they couldn't get past this for the first round, even though they said they tried to go to the finals together, but they couldn't get past the first round. Yeah, it shows how much Raidou sucks at sports. And then it turns out, and funny enough, like even the previously, how usually Raidou like his crazy assumptions are always incorrect though, but once like it does turn out to be correct. Here's another instance where one of his assumptions turns out to be actually correct. When he thought that she's a Beyblade champion, it turns out that assumption is correct because you see, because Aharen wins, she's the fifth. She's been the champion 5 years in a row. Yeah, so for another assumption he assumed is actually correct. Yeah, so she was champion 5 years in a row. That's why she stayed up late, couldn't sleep, because she was practicing for customizing her Beyblade, basically. So yeah, Raidou was another recent assumption, a crazy he thought was insane. It turned out to be true. And then afterwards, even Fubuta, the girl and the boy, even Fubuta is making an assumption. Are you two dating? He's like, oh, we'll let you get back on your date now, and that's even what Aharen is getting, like, starts blushing, steaming, right, and getting embarrassed about it because it is a date, you know, it is clearly is a date, and we still show sharing their food together and all that stuff. They're asking where Ashura is, and until after the credits. After the credits, we see Yoshiro like slicing some bamboo up, which it kind of makes the assumption that probably has to do something with the thing that she saw Aharen kiss Raidou. Maybe that's why she hasn't shown up or stalking them because of what she saw. It has to assume though for what she saw, it's, even though she's like, after that episode where she talked to Aharen, it's like, you know, it's okay, you go tell what your feelings are. She saw, even though she told Aharen that, and even though clearly she saw it. So what is she kind of took up for the fight for Aharen because she know how she likes Aharen, so. We'll have to see on the finale. So yeah, it's gonna be 12 episodes. Jeez, next week's the 12th episode. But this episode was another really fun episode. It shows how much of of Aharen's, because also another one I forgot to mention, because after making all the snowman, right, the igloos, Aharen's been really she's stiffened up a bit, right. So Raidou stretches out a little bit until a point where her hands or arms are like this, throwing out like a pretzel. And even Raidou, he starts feeling a little stiff. So Aharen, Raidou offers Aharen to walk on his back, and when she does, you know, she walks on his back, saying, "Hey, this is good, you know, and I'm not too heavy, right?" And to the point where he falls asleep. Falling asleep, and then I thought was kind of a sweet thing that Aharen, since he's asleep, she thought maybe got an opportunity to try to kiss Raidou again, but that gets interrupted when the school nurse shows up, you know, so that moment got ruined. But yeah, that was another funny scene too. Yeah, she walked on his back, you know, trying to loosen him up, when he ends up falling asleep, and then she tries to sneak in a kiss, you know, before the school nurse showed up. So this is why these two work. They just work so well. They just work so well together. But so this show, you know, it's been an absolute 10 out of 10 for me. Like I said, these two they just work so well together. They're perfect together. Especially if we give them these two personalities, you know, a couple of goofballs, you can say. But they just work so in sync together. But yeah, episode 8, episode 11, why did I say 8 for? Episode 11, another great episode I was going to say. Yeah, these two are dating. It clearly was a date. And Aharen's feelings are coming out more and more. She's been more clinging to him, you know. She's getting all embarrassingly frustrated because she keeps on turning red because how because for her feelings for Raidou. So, this has been another really great episode, and I can't wait to see the finale. And maybe I'm not, or not though. But hopefully we can move. Maybe we'll get a second season. If so, or not though, we'll have to wait and see on that, depending on what the finale, how it ends. So, but episode 8, like I said, even the side characters, like I said, with the two classmates, get a little thing of how they were childhood friends, or with either asking whether if they're dating or not. Even with the little girl Fubuta is actually the same thing as well. So, which clearly, yes, it is a date. And then with Oshiro, when she's cutting up all that bamboo, probably jealousy maybe. But I'll have to wait for the next episode, or the last episode, you could say. But yeah, Aharon-San episode 11. Another really great episode. I really love the show. It's funny, hilarious, and all, and this was a lot of good character moments between Aharen and Raidou. But anyway, yeah. Episode 11, another really great episode. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review for Spy Family. Yep, Spy Family. And we'll see y'all later.